The expert on politics and relations with the Western Balkans, Janusz Bugajski, commenting on the situation between Serbia and Kosovo and the latter's relations with the USA and the European Union, has stated that the most stable allies may disagree and openly express their interests national, without damaging the essence of the relations between them. Kosovo under the administration of Kurti and Osmani has proven that the country is now mature enough, not only to protect its own interests but also to withstand great pressure from the USA and the EU. To come to terms with Serbia's mini-imperialism, Bugajski says that in recent months Pristina has been under strong international pressure to allow the creation of a Serbian municipal association that would in effect create a mono-ethnic entity that would paralyze the functioning of the state. He has also been under unjustified criticism from Brussels and Washington for the election and placement of mayors in northern municipalities in accordance with democratic norms. It is understandable that all the governments of Kosovo since the intervention of NATO in 1999 have respected the USA as an expression of gratitude for the American leadership, facilitating the creation of the state. But gratitude without self-affirmation becomes addictive and can breed resentment among the grateful and arrogance among the defenders. Therefore, it is important that Pristina stick to its principles, constitution and national defense and represent its citizens and not any external power. As an example, the USA and Poland have had some disagreements in recent years, but the bilateral alliance remains strong and Warsaw is not afraid to resist Washington on occasion, emphasized Bugajski, according to which both Prime Minister Albin Kurti and President Vjosa Osmani have refused to submit to international pressure. Kurti has asserted that the US and the EU are appeasing Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić in the mistaken hope that he will become more pro-Western and anti-Moscow. To penalize Pristina in May, following violent attacks by Serbian gangs that injured several dozen NATO troops, was rightly criticized by Kurti. Kosovo's later exclusion from a US-led military exercise and the US Department's insistence that Pristina withdraw its police forces from the vicinity of municipal buildings clearly encouraged Vučić to make further provocations. The Kurti government rightly stood up. While the previous administrations may have withdrawn from the fear of losing the American patron. For her part, President Osmani called for sanctions against Serbia at a recent summit organized in Spain. She claimed the sanctions were the right response to the deadly attack on Kosovo's police force in September, when a contingent of 30 gunmen crossed the border from Serbia and killed a policeman. She emphasized that the attack was not only carried out against Kosovo, but it violated peace, stability and security in Europe as a whole, emphasized Bugajski. The fear expressed by some Kosovar politicians that Pristina's assertion will cause a permanent rift with the US is exaggerated and counterproductive. In reality, any reduction of Kosovo's sovereignty will be perceived as a failure of the US strategy. The pro-Western policies that appease Serbia's aggression could lead to a new Balkan war in which Kosovo will once again be defended by NATO and US troops. And after all, no American administration would like Moscow too much celebrating an American defeat in the Balkans. Kosovo needs to protect its independence, integrity and security like any European country and will be respected to protect these basic principles of citizenship, analyst Bugajski stated.
Nuk ka fuqi që më shantazhon mu. Absolutisht jo.